Hello, everybody. Welcome to eTail in Palm Springs in late February. That's right. Scotty O with you, always on brand. Trying to take retail e-commerce, simplify it, throw some fun in it. And we are live recording today. Unbelievable. This gentleman, God, you wrote a book, Retail Rewired. Chris Parsons on the program today.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, writing a book.
You wrote a book, bro. Like you know how many books I've said I'm going to write and like, oh, this is an idea. And people are like, yeah, you could probably have legs. I'm like, I don't have the patience to write a book.
The problem is everyone's telling me they don't even read anymore. Wow. So I got to do an audio version.
Yeah. Are you going to do the audio?
I think I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience. About a year and a half it took. And just, I think what inspired me to do it was the fact that I was already writing theses for the organizations I was working with.
Yeah.
So I had the material. I just had to theme it.
Okay. So we don't get caught up into life, histories of our guests because that's what LinkedIn's for. That's what I call the linky. Google Chris Parsons, people. Okay?
Yeah. There's 100 of us.
He's the pride of Canada.
That's right.
We're number one. Can I say publicly I apologize as an American to the Canadians? Because I live in Seattle, so I'm close to Vancouver.
It's all good. We're still brothers, right? Like
see, the people are the people.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just everybody else anyway. And I want Mark Carney as my guy. It's a personal issue. Okay. You wrote a book, Retail Rewired. What I was saying is you don't get into long bios because what happens is you spend, all the time 20 minutes talking about yourself, which is what everyone wants to. But you come to this book with tremendous, and it's fun because I used to call on Canada and MEC, and I was with Helly Hansen for many years. Right. We had a big business up there with Sport Check and with Canadian Tire and through, I know just enough. Yeah. Just all the stuff in your book. You never said who they were, but I knew who they were.
Yeah, you want to be careful. You don't want to, even though I was positive about every company.
Yes, you were, and you were.
Didn't want to mention them by name just so you never know.
But the summary of your retail, eTail, e-com life.
Quick summary, I stumbled into it at the ripe age of just about 24. Had a chance to launch e-commerce for Walmart Canada. Taught myself how to code through HTML for Dummies.
That's a great part of the book of just hey, got to do it.
Got to figure it out. There was no one to ask and get support from, so just let's figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was really grateful for that experience because I learned how to code. I learned merchandising, marketing, logistics, everything. And any advice to young people starting out is don't just do email. Don't just do social. Go and learn the other aspects of retail. Fall in love with retail, and it will benefit you long term.
Yeah. Okay, so you obviously came at this, and if you look at the book, you go into all the lessons learned. I mean, it's the setup for the book.
Yeah.
And then different markets, right? The Canadian market is different in some ways. It's all the same in a million other ways, right? Yeah. And that's your experiences, but it still plays across retail. It just plays against any retailer in the world, frankly.
100%. I think the biggest thing to understand too is even within your own country, you have different seasons, different provinces, different states, and different demographics in each of them. So a lot of time we want to do national marketing because it's easy. But hyper-local is really if you want to speak to your clientele, make your brand resonate, find a way to be more local than national.
Not to mention that little language situation you have in the eastern part of the country.
Yeah, the French language is something we're really passionate and grateful for. Yes. I wish I was better at it. Bonjour to anyone listening to us in the French market. Bonjour. But it's a great piece. It also teaches you to be a better retailer because they're far more fashion oriented, or they're a little bit ahead of the game on some adaptability to e-commerce. So by having these unique areas of our country allows you to be a better retailer.
Yeah, and like you said, it's hyper focused on these markets because they're so different, and it's no different in the United States. We are 8 different countries within the country as far as climate. I mean, there's a million different things.
Political views.
Political views. Oh God, let's not get going there.
We won't, but
anyway, yes, political, cultural, weather, just infrastructure. It's just different worlds. I got to travel around, and it's it's cool. But and Quebec and all that stuff is so much more European, and so it's fascinating to me.
Oh, anytime I get a chance to go to Quebec and spend some time specifically in Montreal, You learn a lot. The people are so great, friendly, and it's just. And what they appreciate most, if you ever go there and spend some time, is just learn a few words, and be respectful to try to say something in French. Hello, thank you, merci beaucoup. And they will jump in with their bilingualism much better than we do. So they're used to having people not speak French, so they speak English. But give them that courtesy, and it goes a long way.
Okay, so you lead us up to all the different stuff, the transformation, the digital transformation. A lot of your talk in the book was about, which is so poignant for everybody, whether it's AI, whatever, it's organizational transformations and structures and just getting everybody the mindset change.
100%.
And, like, you talked through all of that and how you did that in slow and the fights and the this and that. It wasn't easy, but the outcomes.
Yeah, I think, we get too tied to a P&L structure, and that P&L structure forces you to be in silos. So, marketing, who's trying to grow e-commerce and store sales, just thinks about we're trying to grow sales. But a CFO is saying, hey, that e-commerce channel is not driving the numbers that it should be, but then they have no quantifiable way to say 98% of the people are researching online and buying in store.
Yeah.
But no customer ever walks into the store and says, please, let's give credit to online or to geo-targeting or to an email or to a digital display ad.
So you're going to get that's a new sound effect.
I love it.
I'm a little too much on that one. But this is also, as the e-com in the United States, same thing with Walmart in Canada, and they're killing grocery. And their digital is growing exponentially. It's just, it's not I don't want to say it's unfair. It's just how they report it out, because it's buy online, pick up in store. It's just a different mechanic to it.
Yeah. Buy online, pick up in store is a great feature. You've done a lot of your research and building your cart out, and the transaction goes to store level. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, and so I don't dispute it. I don't despite it because it's the journey starts on digital, and they've done a tremendous job. I mean, people listen to the show. I'm like rooting for Walmart hard.
Right.
I'm rooting hard for them.
Yeah, they've done a lot of great things in the last 10 years to catch up to the digital experience. And what I appreciate about it is the omni-channel experience. And what I mean by that, because it's an overused term, is just you want a seamless shopping experience. You don't want customers to feel like they started their journey online or in store and they don't connect. And I think the only thing that I will say, because I have a pet peeve with the self-checkouts, is like, if you really want to connect with a consumer when they start using that self-checkout, you should be asking them to log in as if they're logging into their own website or their browsing experience, because a lot of times they're building a cart and they forget items. And when you're in that self-checkout, you're just buying and shopping in the moment. That is a great time to prompt the customer that built a cart to say, hey, let us go pick up these items that you missed. You obviously wanted them, but we don't do a great job with the self-checkout and integrating it with their other digital tools.
You're going to get a bell for that, my friend.
Oh, I love
You're
the
going to
bell.
get a bell. You're going to get a hallelujah. I mean, I'm talking. Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, wait, have you been to this eTail in Palm Springs before?
When much younger days, I was fortunate enough to come to eTail. I typically go to eTail Toronto. Great event there.
Right.
Been fortunate enough to come here this year, and it's changed so much since probably good 16 years ago.
Oh my goodness!
The last time I was in Palm Springs, and great people.
Oh,
the Uber drivers! Let me tell you, the Uber drivers and the quality of the vehicles. I'm used to them being they duct taped together, and this experience is just clean smelling cars is wonderful.
That's fun. That's a shout out. That's so funny. Stephen Peters, who's part of the big eTail Canadian, comes down. A great guy. God, he's workhorse, man. He's killer. Yeah. But he has fun. He come down here for a week and a half. They have a great time. Okay, so taking back to digital, and the checkout is a whole nother spiel for me, because now I'm a guy who likes people. I like to go to the grocery store and I like to chit chat. I gone to the same grocery store for umpteen years. I know the checkout people. Like, it's a community for me. Yeah. Because I work out of my house. I sit there and talk to a box all day. Like, I like people.
Yep. Yeah.
The checkout is fine, and I do the checkout. I'm not going to say I never do the checkout, but it's not retail, man.
No,
it's not retail.
So my pet peeve, I'll go into it a little bit.
Yeah, let's go. If you got a rant, this is
therapy right here.
This is your audience.
So when I know when Walmart Canada, and I was with Walmart Canada early 2000s, we launched the self-checkouts, and we had like 2 or 3 of them. So great for anyone that had 5 to 10 items.
Yeah.
Perfect. Get in, out, you're gone.
Yeah.
Now there's 20 of them. And we as retailers, we want to create loyalty programs. Well, you have the best loyalty program when a consumer comes to your store and you engage with them. This whole shopping experience of come in, person goes and does all their shopping
by themselves.
Then they come to your checkout. They are trained on a POS system. Like, can you imagine that? Like, if you put that in perspective to a customer, we're going to train you how to work for us. We're going to train you how to go and scan and weigh your own vegetables.
Yes.
And then if you forgot your bags in the car, we're going to charge you for the bags. You've spent 40 minutes. You haven't interacted with a soul in the organization. And then we're going to reward you with some points, perhaps. What a ridiculous system. Right? Where's the loyalty in that? No wonder you have to spend so much time on a loyalty program. You just had 40 minutes that you let go. It's I love it. I love some days I don't want to talk to anyone. I have that convenience.
Yeah, it's a great convenience, but we've lost the point of it.
100%.
And there's just massive upsell that never happens. The impulse buy is essentially gone.
It's upsell and it's goodwill. So
yes, it's goodwill. I mean, the upsell is the upsell, but when you're in a conversation, oh, you had this. Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried? It's human interaction. It's 100%. Like, good Lord. And now the app is the same freaking way. I'm pissed about. I've been railing the last few episodes because Amazon, God bless them, I'm going to buy headphones. Seriously, I just want to check out. You have my stuff. The convenience factor is so large, right? Yeah. And now you're serving me like bananas and lettuce. I'm like, no, get me out.
Yeah. It's retail is we're all struggling for margins. We're trying to build baskets. Yeah. But when it becomes noticeable from our customers, we have to be concerned.
Yeah. Well, then there's the payment thing. Anyway, this whole night. Okay, let's get back to the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're here to pub the book.
Yeah, Retail Rewired. It's just it's on pretty much everywhere digitally. You can buy it from Amazon or Walmart.
But without giving away. So I let me summarize. You were kind enough to send me. So yeah. I mean, you build the front end of the book is building up basically your life history and how you did it and the organizational stuff. But can you talk about just like what that taught you? So the name of the book is so good because it's Rewired, because I think that's where we're all sitting here as people that have been in the industry. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Like, am I going to have like smart lights now? I mean, am I going to have LED lights I don't ever have to change? I mean, the rewiring is that what?
Yeah. So
give a little teaser.
It's funny, the rewiring, everyone goes down that rabbit hole of like, are you suggesting a bunch of AI? Or are you suggesting all these new projects that we already can't manage what we have?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm saying rewire your thinking. Think about customer experience, have more focus groups, go back to talking to people. One of the lessons I talk about in the book, I was with newegg.com and I'm at an event, and this event was to go speak with our customers and sit at a booth. And I was like, I have people that are going to be there doing that. I'm going to be on the bus going from the hotel to the convention center. And I did that for a day. Excuse me. And that day was one of the best transformational thoughts that I had, because I was speaking to customers, not as Newegg, as just another gamer. Yeah. And having great conversations with why they shop with retailers like us. Yeah. What's the benefits, pros, cons, what they liked. And I got some major nuggets from them. And then I was able to kind enough like let them know that, hey, I'm running newegg.com in Canada. Thank you for your time. And they're like, what? I'm like, no, you don't understand how much benefit this has had, because one of the takeaways was to launch a marketplace. These gamers were playing so many video games, neglecting their spouse, their partners, because they were just so enthralled with Halo or whatever, right? Sorry,
I shouldn't have done that.
No, it's all. I love those sound effects.
Let's laugh along with that. That's funny, terrible but funny.
Yeah. So what they wanted to do is find ways to easily reward their spouse with something and show the appreciation. And they talked about like just get them some jewelry. But they don't want to go onto a jewelry website. They're lame. So I created a marketplace with Newegg, and we put on jewelry, and it became one of our fastest growing categories.
That's unbelievable to me.
But I wouldn't have thought about that in a boardroom.
Right.
And I wouldn't certainly have thought of that with my team.
Right.
Because you're sitting there with real customers, having real conversations about pain points, not about just our company, but in their lives, you're able to find a way to solve that. And I think that's the important piece that the book is trying to articulate is just don't assume that you know what you like. This is the way the industry is. Have good dialogue. Or I talked about QR codes at one time.
Yeah.
QR codes were the worst thing to use, but they found their place. They've matured into something now.
Yeah.
And if we just continue to stick up our nose to a technology that failed before versus rethinking it, that's what I'm saying. Trying to rewire yourself.
I know. And so that, I think the thing that also hit home with me, which you start at the front of the book, but you also, it is like kind of the big theme, not getting, I don't give anything away. Spoiler Scotty is what they call me. But it's true in all organizations, and it's decides we have a whole thing, silos equal sadness.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to say, hey, what in your experience, you had to rewire how you think organizational, how you think outcome and outpoint, P&L, like you talked about.
Yeah.
But from a retail standpoint or brand, because brands are retail brands, we've got to sit back, stop, and go, we got to rethink how we're actually even doing this. Like, who's in the room?
Yeah. Well, here's a great example. You need to drive sales. So your CFO or CEO comes to you and says, look, we've got a sales problem. First thing they do is they look at marketing to create another flyer, put in 500 items, discount the hell out of them to get people's attention. They come into the store. Half the time when I would do that at different organizations, to get those extra dollars, they're cutting money from another department.
Right.
They would cut it from operations.
Right.
Where's operations cutting it from? Staff at sales floor. So now you've drove a bunch of traffic. So first of all, you have a brand message out there about how great you are.
Yeah.
Then you go and you pump a bunch of money into the marketplace on a promotion to drive activity to the store. Then you send them to store with no staff. Now all of a sudden you've hurt your brand. You're not converting. And it's these little moments that are made decisions in a silo versus holistically thinking about what are we trying to accomplish? You should have never cut that ops budget. We should have found dollars somewhere else.
Right, but that's your whole point. It's not everybody's in the room hashing this out and thinking through the scenarios. Like, that's a good idea. We have a sales problem. Let's all get on board with what the problem is and let's hash out. But if we do that, that's going to happen. And we're going to do that. And then there's sadness.
I feel like I was on The Price is Right. So.
You are. The other thing I'd like to apologize to the United States retail base, to Canada and every other European and most other countries. I'm so sorry we made you go on sale. Because when I used to call on Canadian retailers, you didn't go. If you went on sale maybe once or twice a year, it was a reason. Mm-hmm. It was a tradition. It meant something. It was also part of the loyal. Like it was special. Right. It was super special. And same with European markets and everybody else. The United States of America cannot stop. It is the needle in our arms. We can't stop discounting.
Yeah, but then
we've infected Canada and the rest of the country. So I want to apologize.
No, I appreciate
the
apology
to her.
I think, and you're talking to a Canadian, so we say sorry all the time.
I know.
Right. So sorry, but.
And this has happened years ago, ladies and gentlemen. I'm old enough to know when it happened.
But this is the real opportunity with marketing and merchandising. They need to be working together on these plans because marketing will put the calendar together, and every event, whether it's Father's Day, Mother's Day, et cetera, instead of going out and buying new items that have some extra value to them and promoting those in the periods, you're discounting what your core items are.
Yes.
So you're constantly discounting. But you should be going out and saying, okay, for these periods, let's bring in core assortment that's going to surprise, delight, add value, and get away from the discounts. Because it's just a race to the bottom.
Exactly.
Every retailer goes on sale at the same moments, back to school, Christmas, holiday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's all just blah now.
And then who comes into the room at the end of the day? The CFO comes in with a spreadsheet saying, yeah, we got a problem.
Yeah, and then how many retailers do you see at the start of the year let go of a bunch of people because they have to make their numbers for the board, for their shareholders, and then it's a rinse and repeat. You start hiring again after that if you made those numbers. So everyone needs to get in the room and start thinking a big picture.
Okay, part of the book Retail Rewired, Chris Parsons. But can I ask you just more selfish questions?
Yeah.
What is the retail landscape now in Canada? Canada Tire, I mean, you had consolidation over the years.
Mm-hmm.
My sense is you still have a very good specialty base.
Yeah, I think the Canadian market is still strong.
Yeah, where are we?
Yeah, Canadian Tire, one, I mean, for an organization to take a name of Crappy Tire, which we all refer to them, and now have really quality brands, quality products, and you're going into the store and like their experience just keeps getting better and better. Bravo to them. They're
yeah. I mean, I called on Sport Check. That was the one that I was involved with most at that time, which is still early. It was early in their acquisition of that. I think I remember. Yeah. This is a long time ago. What are the other ones? They have they have everything. We have I'll tell you about some brands I'm really enjoying seeing. So Simon's is basically, as Hudson Bay has closed down, Simon's is now replacing them and coming into be a corner store for some malls. And then one, I'm actually wearing their shirt today, Kitten Ace. Kitten Ace is apparel brand for men and women, and they're killing it. They're creating a great in-store experience, and their digital's lined up. Things are not siloed. They're doing an amazing job there. So really, really happy with them. I think the home hardwares of the world where I came from, I think are thriving more because of the store experience. The store experience is one where it's so hyper local that when you come in, they remember your name, the dealers, the staff, they remember your last project, and they're able to just continue to build off of that and create that almost. And it's funny because a lot of people, when I say this, I guess I'm too old now, but the Cheers experience where Norm comes in and everyone's loving Norm. No, right, exactly. Everybody knows your name. Oh my God, this is like Superstar Row. Sarah Levinger is here. This is incredible. Consumer Behaviors to the Stars, Chris.
Yeah.
Lauren Levat Gilbert's here. Anyway, yes, I'm doing you're speaking tomorrow. I get to do a little 10-minute bit. My whole bit, it's not a bit. I mean, this is really what I hope. I am hoping AI can actually return us to good retail, to actual what retail used to be. On our phones, we can get a lot closer to what it feels like going into a store.
Yeah, I hope that the trend will start moving towards real connections and relationships. Yeah. That to me is loyalty. Getting points on my phone is a bonus. But I also think when we talk about inflation in politics, I think there's a lot to be said that loyalty point programs, not loyalty, but point programs cause a lot of inflation in our products. 100%. So I think that's time to rethink those additions to products and just get back to let's have an everyday low price on some of these items.
But treat loyalty like it's actually meant to, like reward 100%. You and have you want to for the right reasons. Come shop at my store again.
Yeah, let me park in the front row for once.
Yeah. All right, let me get you out of here on this. Because I've been in the Amazon world for a long time, and a lot of brands U.S. brands say, hey, you should go to Amazon Canada. And this depends on your category. There's a lot of variables before I answer that wholeheartedly. Sometimes, and it depends on how you're getting this product in. There's a lot of other complications, and this is before all this, before 25. Really.
Right.
I would just make sure that market, and there are niche markets on Amazon because Amazon it's growing. I'm not saying, but that's what I'm asking. Like, how big is Amazon?
It's the number one e-commerce platform in all of Canada.
So it's continue the infrastructure. So again, they started with 2 FCs, one in Toronto, one in Vancouver, basically.
I think there's somewhere over 20.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the consumer, you think it's more adopted, more routine. People are using it more and more and more.
Yeah, and I think the Amazon effect of same-day delivery, next-day delivery, more pockets in Canada are finally getting that. So the convenience is there. And then when I give advice to retailers on participating, a lot of times I'll have conversations because they want to avoid them. And I'm like, you can't avoid them. But you can be strategic on how you use them. Leverage them for clearance or leverage them for a separate category to get people aware of your brand. Everyone's like ditch to ditch. It's yes or no. I want to use them. I'm like, no, we can find a balance on how to leverage and take advantage of their traffic, their audience, their eyeballs. To me, leverage it as a marketing play and be smart about it.
Fantastic. All right. Your book, it's available everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Retail Rewired, Chris Parsons. Go look him up. Follow him on LinkedIn, on the Linky, as I like to say. Fantastic meeting you, man.
Yeah, man. It's great to be on here, and I'll have you on my podcast.
Yes, we were talking
favor.
equipment. We were nerding out. Oh, do you want to ask the Magic 8 Ball one thing? Because the Magic 8 Ball knows a lot. I'm sure you are aware of the Magic 8 Ball.
Sure.
Do you want to ask it?
I'll ask it. Will Team Canada ever win at the Olympics hockey again? Because that's a sensitive subject for me. It's sensitive for me too. So I'm worried about what it might say.
Okay. Do you want to really? That's a serious question.
Let's rock it.
Okay. Go into the mic and go Magic 8 Ball. You got to ask it.
Magic 8 Ball. Will Team Canada at the Olympics be able to win gold over the U.S. again?
I'm afraid to look.
No.
Why don't you read it? Wait, Outlook. It says Outlook. Watch out.
I can't even see.
I know you got to get it.
I need the readers on. Outlook not looking good. Is that what it says?
Outlook not so good. That's a terrible way. You won for umpteen years. 45 years. We had a great game. Played. They should have won. Statistically, they should have won.
Should have and didn't, right? So
I know.
Credit to the U.S. They played a great game. The goalie played great. What I love about U.S. hockey is the amount of talent. Like 20 years ago, you wouldn't have seen it. These guys love playing hockey now, and again, the passion behind it is amazing.
Nobody loves hockey more in Canada. Right? My thing about this one is, and people try to compare it to the Miracle in 1980. It's not even close. This is an NHL hockey game.
Oh, yeah.
It's an NHL hockey
game. These guys play together all the time, against each other all the time. But
it means it's different when you're right. Again, I'm not questioning that, diminishing it at all. It was a phenomenal hockey game to watch. It was incredible.
One of the best sports experiences that anyone could ever. If you weren't a fan of hockey and you were able to watch that game, you'll tune in.
It's like playoff hockey. There's nothing like playoff hockey.
100%.
All right, Chris Parsons, we love talking to you, meeting you, because why? Because people matter. You've been listening to Always Off Brand. We'll have more from eTail in Palm Springs. Bye-bye.
Hey there, this is Haley from Quickfire, and they want me to read this so you know what this podcast is part of and how to find out more if you want. Always Off Brand is a production of Quickfire LLC and a part of the Learn and Laugh series on the Quickfire Podcast Network. For more information, go to quickfirenow.com. Have a good one, and thanks for listening.